Okay, jumping right into the video, here was my design. I wanted it to be a black cat, kind of unique, white lashes, and to make it kind of tie in, I decided to add some white patterns inspired by these little, I think they're tuxedo cats, but they're so pretty. You can see in both of my reference images there were blue and green eyes, so I decided to combine them. Here is our victim. She will become this pretty cat custom. Starting off with removing the paint, I had literally no acetone left. I had a drop. You want to make sure this is the first step for all of your customs because it removes all the dirt, previous paint, and helps the paint stick overall. Next, I decided to paint this custom separately, so I removed the head using my hairdryer and did whatever this is. Wow. Okay, and then I realized the neck peg wasn't as deep as I liked, so I just gouged it in with some tweezers. Here I am getting my little colors ready. These were my new paints that I'd gotten for Christmas. That's the main reason I made this custom, was to test these out, I can't lie. And then I always go in and water down my paints using a pipette from some weird dragon toy my sister got from Christmas when we were little. And I just go in with my base coat. I did 2 or 3 layers for the head and body, which I didn't really show because that's boring. Here's me going back to the white paint because I felt like white was a little too basic. In my sketch, I used kind of a creamy vanilla bean color, so I went in with some brown, and then I took some orange paint and added that as well, mixed it up. And then I ended up making it too dark, so I had to pull it into that little side palette to make it a little lighter. And then after that, it was perfect. Now I'm going into the chest, paws, belly, and tail to add all of the little white details. This was actually really nice. It was complex enough to take a little time, but simple enough to just kind of enjoy while watching YouTube, listening to music. Here's how it looked after a couple coats. Again, I didn't want to show all that because I feel like that's unnecessary. But yes, onto the head. Again, this took about 3 coats of black paint before I was able to start getting into the eyes, details, all that. I actually tried something new this time where I used paint markers on the white base of the eyes and the ears. I've seen customizers on TikTok do stuff like that, and I thought it looked kind of fun. And these were also something I got for Christmas, so I wanted to test them out. And it actually was really nice. I felt like I had more control over it. This whole custom was a pleasant experience until the end, and you'll see why, but it felt like pretty much everything I did in one try, like the eyes, the details on the ears. I had to touch up a few of the little like pink and black spots, but the little fur details I got relatively easily, and even the spots on the body. Like, this is the first custom where I was just able to chill and I didn't have any massive crash outs over anything or any of the details. Painting all of the little fur details might have been my favorite part. Like, it genuinely woke something in me, guys. Like, from now on, when I do customs, I'm gonna try to find unique, wonky patterns because it was so fun, it was calming, it was satisfying watching them, you know, go from plain black areas to like these little white patches, and they look so cute in my opinion. Like, it adds something unique to your custom, having that uncommon pattern. I don't know. I got really good quality fakes a couple years ago that actually had clear pegs and red magnets, so now every time I customize them, I like to remove the paint around the magnet. Does my custom look like an authentic LPS? No, but I think it's a fun little detail to keep on there. Now for the funnest part, in my opinion, the eyes. I was actually able to get this first try. I was a little nervous because I've never done this little wavy design before, but it was actually really fun to paint. I might want to try that more, and I think it looks good with cats because they naturally have that little like diamond eye shape, so this is kind of a funky thing to add instead. Is it my dreams? Hello. Okay, to the 4 viewers who are still here, I wanted to get an opinion from you guys. I hear someone walking towards my room. Okay, anyways. Do you guys prefer longer videos where it's more footage shown, more words about the process and, you know, things I liked, just yapping, or do you prefer short and sped up like this? I'm trying to keep it short because I'm still new to uploading and I don't want to bore you guys with a longer video. Like, this was 30 minutes of footage turned into 7, and it was a simple custom, so I feel like that's fine. But for more detailed customs in the future, would you guys prefer something longer? Would you prefer something shorter? I'm rambling, I'll shut up now. But if you can, please comment and let me know. Okay, and with all of that wrapped up, our custom is complete. Here she is. I'm about to ramble about what went wrong. You can kind of see it in this clip. Here is the final custom. Sorry the lighting's kind of bad. I'm not at my desk right now. I'm filming something else, but it makes me really sad. I really liked how she was going, and then when I glazed it, there was black paint stuck in my brush still, so it tinted the Mod Podge, which was fine because the custom is black, but because of the white areas, they look dirty now. Like, they look weirdly colored, and it made me sad because I really liked her. I tried to go over it with the paint marker, but it just made it look worse. Like, that's why I'm giving her kind of a fail. If it's like this, you can't really tell, but it just looks, she just looks dirty. I don't know how to explain it, but I hope you guys still enjoyed, and I'm sorry about that. But yes, please do let me know how you feel about the format. Do you guys like longer videos, shorter? I want to know what to upload. Hopefully, regardless of her outcome, you still enjoyed seeing the process. And if you want to see any more custom videos, let me know. I have a ton of ideas that I'm going to be voicing in my next video. And if not, I hope you guys enjoyed just watching it. Thank you so much and have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.